This week I did a poll on Twitter and almost 300 people replied, and the question was, which Java version are you running in production right now? For me it was quite surprising to see just 3% of the people are using Java 9 in production, and that's even less than people have Java 6 in production. So most people are on 8, which is a good thing. But why is the adaptation of Java 9 so bad? So I decided to ask around on Twitter and I got the following responses. First, Bart Blommaert. He replied with just 3 letters, LTS, which stands for... long-term support. If you look at Java 8, which was released in 2014, Oracle is supporting that until 2022, and you can even extend it to 2025. But Java 9 is different. Oracle now wants to release updates twice a year, and they don't have long-term support for Java 9. Basically, it's supported until 18.3 is released. 18.3 is the next version of Java, it's planned in March, and they're planning 18.9 in September. Those version numbers. The next version that Oracle will support for a longer time will be Java 18.9, and they will release it in September probably, and it will be supported until 2023. So if that's really necessary, you'll have to wait for a next stable version in September. But I'd rather just upgrade to Java 9 right now, just to get all the bugs out and yeah, whatever. Kakao? Kakao replied with, Java 9 is a ton of overhead for very little to no gain. Also, compatibility wise, it's a train wreck. I'm waiting for others to take the brunt of it first. Martin Mulder replied with, there's no need to upgrade yet, and honestly, I'm a bit afraid of the upgrade path. I didn't try it either. David Bachman said, well, Spring Boot currently doesn't support Java 9 yet. It will be soon with the release of 2.00. And the Scala version he's currently using also doesn't support Java 9. So there are 2 reasons for him not to upgrade yet. So there are some reasons, but there's a lot of hesitance. And I decided to try it myself. Step 1. Install the latest Java 9 release, upgrade Maven to the latest release, and install the latest IntelliJ version. No problems. That went very well actually. That went better than the last time I tried to upgrade. Step 2. We need to upgrade a lot of Maven plugins. The ones I currently have in my project are a bit outdated and they don't understand Java 9. They don't understand the new Java compiler flags in the Maven compiler plugin. Checkstyle is crashing on me, so I need to change a couple of things to make it work. Step 3. Update the dependencies and make a module info.jar. This is where the problems start. A lot of existing projects have huge class pods with a lot of jar files, and a lot of these jar files implement the same classes. And by luck or tweaking until it worked, most projects are currently doing okay. But Java 9 doesn't allow this. It doesn't allow split packages, so it doesn't allow having 2 separate dependencies with both the same class. You can't use this. If you upgrade to Java 9, you'll actually have to fix these problems right now. That's gonna take some time and effort. So the project I'm currently trying to upgrade to Java 9 is a Java EE7 project. So I added the Java EE7 annotations as the entire API as one jar, as one module. And this worked fine. Maven understands this and it compiles just fine. But for some reason IntelliJ is complaining. And the main reason it's complaining is because there are certain annotations that are in the Java EE7 API that are also in the JDK itself. So for example, javax.annotation.postconstruct, I'm using that. So it is in the Java EE jar, but it's also in the Java 9 module java.xml.ws.annotation. And for some reason, I'm only importing the Java EE7 jar in my module info, but IntelliJ wants me to use the other module, and it complains about this and it doesn't want to compile. Maybe it's a bug in IntelliJ, maybe I don't understand it. Maybe it's my mistake. If you know how to solve this, please tell me. I tried a lot of things, but right now for us this is a showstopper to upgrade. And it's these little things that people run into and give up, and they try again in a couple of months. So that's probably the biggest reason why no one is using Java 9 just yet. So another problem I run into was 2 different jar files which had the same name, completely different projects. They did completely different things, different packages even, different code, but they had the same jar file name, so the automatic module name was the same. And you can't have 2 modules with the same name, because IntelliJ, for example, and even Maven, they don't want this. They want you to have unique names. But in the end, I managed to get all the dependencies sorted out and got a Maven build. And this is where you need to go into step 4. Getting everything to actually run. And basically, I have to admit, this is where I gave up. Because half of our projects are using Spring Boot, and they're not really supporting it right now. It's close, it's a matter of days, not weeks or months, days. So I think in a couple of weeks we'll probably have a Java 9 module in production, but right now it's just not there yet. And like I said, the project I'm currently doing is a Java EE project. So this will mean I have to upgrade WildFly 9 to WildFly 11. And looking at the WildFly 11 website, I can't really find out if they support Java 9. There's an unresolved parent Jira issue that says we're working on it, and I'm pretty sure they're working on it very hard, but it's scary. I don't know, I don't want to try it right now. So is Java 9 a mistake? Is Jigsaw a mistake? Is there a problem? I don't think so. It's just a lot of work and people don't want to do that work. And also a lot of frameworks and tooling, they're not quite there yet. It's much better than when I tried it in September, but it's just not mature enough to go into production just yet. But it's coming. So what do you think about Java 9? Did you try it? What are the kind of problems you run into? Do you have any tips for me or the rest of the world? Let me know in the comments below. Also, what do you think about this vlogging thing? Is this something you'd watch? Am I doing this for nothing? Tell me.